Good evening and welcome to Unicorn Leoness Tarot. I'm Unicorn. I just lit up my instant. But I'm Unicorn and this is a collective reading for Sagittarius. I already pre-shuffled. Now let's get into it. Alright, what's the overall energy? What is the overall energy for Sagittarius universe? I saw a card flip. It's moved a little too quickly. Let's see. I don't think it flipped all the way over. High Priestess. Yes. Ooh, okay, Sagittarius. So, your overall energy is the High Priestess. Okay. So, with that being said, is that there might be some, it seems like you're tapping more so into your own intuition. I'm loving that for you. You're also, it seems like you're kind of delving into like the unknown. You're possibly undergoing shadow work at this time. Which seems to be kind of like the theme for a lot of people, but that seems to be your revolving energy, is basically like going based off of your intuition, kind of delving a little, like, of course you gotta use logic every now and again, but you're delving more into your intuitive side. Okay. And then you also have the Six of, what was it? Swords. You have the Six of Swords. So I'm loving this. To me, it's like on here, this is transformation, metamorphosis energy. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay. Because you see the butterfly is coming out of the cocoon. Now you also have this Ten of Swords energy. Okay. I'm not really, you might be getting tongue tied a lot lately. You can't having a hard time expressing yourself a little bit, Sagittarius. Okay. But, yeah, I'm not really feeling too much of a heavy energy, especially with this Ace of Swords going on afterwards, okay? So it looks like you're delving towards the end of a cycle of possibly being too over-analytical / relying entirely on your intellect, or relying entirely off of your logic, and you're going towards more of a intuitive path, especially with the Ace of Swords lining up with the High Priestess energy. You also, you might be getting into some some arguments here, or you have gotten into some arguments in the past with this, was it Seven of Wands popping up? Or it could also be you finding your voice in this whole matter. Actually finding your voice, saying what you want to say, and saying what you want to say, and standing on what you said. Like, I said what I said. This is giving more so I said what I said energy. Like, look at that. It's like he not even talking. You like, I said what I said. And then after that, you have the World card. So yes, I'm loving this energy. You're completing a cycle, and it's, you're completing you've completed a whole new cycle and everything like that. Let me see. Yeah, especially with this Ace of Wands, this High Priestess energy, it's like, you'll start to feel more at peace, more complete when you're able to go more so with your intuition, with your, the gut feeling, and not like the butterfly gut feeling. When your gut is like, don't go, you ain't gonna go. So there's that. I'm liking this, though. I'm liking this energy. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords, though, real quick. Okay. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Yeah, because it's almost kind of like you're feeling this shift, like, already, and it's almost kind of like a nervous energy, and that's why it's coming up, because it's like it's like, wow, it's like you're feeling a little different. You're like, why am I feeling a little different right now? And you're noticing the shift with this whole I said what I said type energy going on. You saying what you need to say, and then you're standing on that as well. Clarifying this. Ten of Swords. Let's get it popping. Yup. Alrighty. Yep. So you have the Six of Swords. That's traveling, like with this one, it's finding and is going along with the journey, going with the flow in this case, just going on your own path. And you see, and I notice right here has a little snake right there. So to me, it's like that's probably the guardian that's watching over you. So that's probably why you're not feeling the burden of the Ten of Swords. You're not feeling the high anxiety. You're not feeling the depression, because you have your guides helping you out and kind of alleviating that energy for you. Okay. Now you also got the Devil card. Okay. So I'm gonna blur this out. But yeah, you also have the Devil card. And in this one, it's like, engaging in toxic behaviors, okay? And so that's probably another thing too. It's like you're lessening your involvement with the toxic behaviors. You're finding your own passions. You're finding your own crafts. You're doing things that you actually want to do, and versus what society has been telling you to do. Like I say, especially with that, I don't want to go out and do that. Well, why not? Because I don't. Boop, period. Like, period, poo. Like, that's the thing. It's like, period. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. You're letting go of that, and you're tapping into the hobbies and your own interests, things that you may have put back on the back burner with this this Ten of Swords. It's like you've put those things on the back burner, and now you're bringing them back into the forefront. You're like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is how I'm deciding. You're taking back control of your time, reclaiming my time. This is how I want to do things. This is how I want. These are the things that I'm interested in. Now you can join me, or you can keep indulging in that devil energy, in that bondage energy. But this is what I'm going to do, because I'm going to find my peace. Okay. I'm going to be at peace with what I do. Okay. And that is what's going to help you with this Ace of Swords, this new mindset, these new perspectives and things like that. 'Cause you're like, dang, I didn't even have to spend all my time doing all that. It was, or I did it. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, I did that back in the day, and I don't do that now. But if I wanted to, I will every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you got to go and I feel like sometimes you got to go and release a little bit of that stuff out there. If you so choose, you just can't get wrapped up in it. You just can't get, go out for a weekend. But don't be doing that every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because you got things you got to do. You got other things that you're interested in. You got other plans, other hobbies, other endeavors that you want to partake in. Okay? Especially with this Ace of Swords energy popping up. Okay? Let's get into the Seven of Wands energy. Okay. Yeah. Especially with this newfound voice. And I'm, not like saying that you weren't speaking your mind beforehand, but it was more so on the standing on what you were saying. With this Death card popping up, with that, you got the Death card for that. Okay. You also got the Ten of Wands, and you also got the Five of Cups. Now, with you standing up for yourself, it's going to alleviate that Five of Cups energy. It's almost kind of like, instead of reading it like this, I'm reading it from the bottom up. Okay? Because it's like, and for a little bit, it's going to be like, oh, you're not going to notice these two cups in the back. You're going to be kind of like crying over spilled milk. Oh, I missed the party. Oh, I did this. Then you have the Ten of Wands, where it's like, it's going to weigh on you a little bit. But then with this Death card, with this Death card, you're going to see that transformation, that rebirth. You're going to feel it in your energy. You're going to feel it in your aura, your spirit. Like, yes, yeah, I miss doing that. It's almost kind of like a reminiscing type of energy. Like, yeah, I miss doing that. But then it's like coming to that realization that that's not for me, with it going up and then over to the world card. It's like that. It was a time and a place for that. And now that time and that place has ended. It's a season for everything. Everything happens. Things happen, or think. Let me get my words together real quick. Yeah, because that's kind of like the second time I've been like tongue tied up in this reading. But yeah, it's more so there's a season for everything. We go through our partying phase. If you go through that, or you go through like a partying type of phase, however that looks for you. For some people, it's going out to the club and drinking. Some people, everybody got their thing. I ain't here to, put anybody in the wide. But yeah. So, but it's like it's a season for that, and that season seems to have ended for you. And then it's just like you're standing on what you said. You standing on what you did. Yeah, I did that. Okay. But I ain't doing that no more. I'm in a totally different space. I'm in a totally different space with this world right here. I'm following my passions. I'm following my hobbies and everything like that. You're going through a spiritual metamorphosis. You're going through a spiritual metamorphosis, and I love that for you. And it's not just, and the thing is, it's like, it doesn't really seem like it's like any, like, how sometimes when people, like, they'll go through something, what I'm saying? They'll go through something, devastating, or they'll go through something heartbreaking, and then they hit their, their spiritual metamorphosis. It's almost just kind of like, it's like this shift. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm kind of over this right now. So it's not like it's an external event that's happening. It's almost just, it's more so kind of like, it's just a shift, and it just hits you. It's like, and we're just like, what's the point of this? What are we doing? What am I doing here? What is going on here? What is going on here? And that's going to help with this throughout this transition, because then you're going to have people, of course, you're going to have people who are like, who don't get it, who don't understand, that are going to come for you. And you're going to be like, no, I said what I said. We could take this pottery making class, though. We can go like salsa dancing, though. We can go, we can go painting, though. You can kind of mix the partying and the painting. They got painting sips and stuff like that out there, which I think are pretty lit. But yeah, this is going to be more of a time where you're tapping into your own energy, and then it's like you're going to have that standing on what you say. I think this underlining thing with the standing on what you say, I don't even really think this is for you. I think this is really for the people around you, where they're like, they're being funny. No, you're not being funny. You just don't want to do it anymore. Your time is over for that. Where it's like they're not gonna. These are for the people around you. This is for the people around you reading. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Sagittarius has changed so much. But they're not even looking at the two cups back here that have lights over them, that have fire over them. They're not even looking at like the new things that are going to be coming with your transformation and how it could better them. And it seems like they're going to be burdened by that, because it's like, you don't want to go out partying and drinking with them anymore. Oh, okay. Like, grow up. Grow up. And then it's like this death card, this death transformation card. So you're either going to see those people either fall into the wayside, or you might inspire their own death and transformation within their own life, because you might inspire them to be like, you know what? Maybe Sagittarius is right. Like, why are we doing this? Maybe we could do this like every once in a while, but we don't gotta be doing this every weekend. We don't gotta be doing this every other weekend. Maybe we could do this every once in a while, but maybe the pottery classes do sound kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've always, I see it coming up on my reels and my shorts, or crocheting, things like that. You're gonna be delving into other avenues and other things that have interested you, and as well as other things that may have interested you in the past, or maybe something that might pop up and be like, hey, oh, that looks pretty cool. Let me look into trying that. It's more of like it's like a trying. I'm not really. It's like trying new things, but I think it's more so delving into things that you have really wanted to tap into and you just kind of forgot about in the in the whole grand scheme of growing up, you know, and now that you're in a space, you're just kind of like, okay, well, I'm kind of over this, you know, let me start tapping into things that I want to tap into for real. Okay. Yep, I like that. I like that for you. Okay. So let's clarify slash or let's expand, clarify, confirm, spread. I'm still in the habit of shuffling these cards, but oh well. Like I said, I think it's fun. The moon, the high priestess, 3 of Pentacles, yeah. Hangman. Now, okay. So now you may have some people that are going to be stagnant in that. There are going to be some people who are going to want to chill and hang out where they were, you know, still doing what they're doing. And you're still going to love them and accept them for that. But but then too, you're also going to have people that will come along with you. Okay. They're going to be like, man, that's cool. Da, 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 da. Or even if that's not their jive, they're still going to go and support you and everything like that. But then too, you also have the moon card, which can also symbolize illusions and things like that. But I'm not really getting like an illusion type of deal. I think it's more so of like, especially coming in with the high priest. Well, coming in with the high priest energy, with the intuitiveness of the high priest energy. I think this is going to be a time where you're really going to be, like I said, it's really kind of confirming the whole spiritual, you know, this is kind of like a spiritual ascension going on, a spiritual metamorphosis, okay? So you might want to start tapping into the moon energy a little bit more as well. Yeah, because you got the 2 moons here, you know, you got the overall moon with the high priestess and, you know, Cancer, moon, bada boom, bada bing. So you might want to start tapping into that moon a little bit more. You know, oh, also I heard swimming. I heard, if you like swimming, go swimming. Not sure yet, because you do have like a pretty, even though this is a sword, you do have pretty, you got some water over up in this area, and then you got the water with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, but I'm really liking that for you. I think, you know, I don't think, you know, this is a pretty easy read too. But yeah, I really just feel like you're just going through like this it's like this divine alignment where it's like, all righty, time for you to kind of, you know, you had your fun, so now it's kind of like come back over to doing things that you want to do and doing things that you like to do and developing new hobbies and new interests and things like that. I just love this calming energy. Like, look, he's just so calm and and it's just like, look at that. And then it's like being proud of all the things that you can create from that, from doing what you do. And that's what's going to give you that new perspective. And that's what's going to have you have the confidence to stand on what you stand on. Because you're like, I like what I do. I like creating. I like making new things. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think I'm a lame or a dork or whatever. I don't care. Like, it's me, and I like to, it's a part of the things that I like to do. I like that for you, Sagittarius. I really do. I also heard interior design. So I'm not sure if somebody's into interior design or textiles or things like that. Textile clothing making, you know? So yeah, that's definitely, yeah. I'm really liking this energy. And like I said, I'm drawing back to this 3 of Pentacles. You're definitely gonna have people that's gonna come through for you. Come through for you and with you. Okay? Alright. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to tap into this white light oracle, okay? If you hear laughing, that's my dad. Like, he's like cracking up watching YouTube videos. Alright, tap into this white light oracle. Oh, okay. It's my turn to a love read. They said just 2, so I gotta put this one back. I'm sorry, you guys. I put that one back. Exactly. They said just 2, my muscle memory kicked in, and I didn't listen, so I gotta listen when I'm doing this. Alright, Witchin' Oracle. And we're gonna do astrology. So it said just 2. Rest after leave and protection. Okay. Alright. also need to shuffle that a little extra. Alrighty. So let's get into it, Saggies. Alright. Alright, so I'm probably... I'll be getting all these cards with names I can't pronounce, but I'm going to still try. So we have Yeshi Sogyo. I did my best. You shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent, so stay connected to your path no matter what and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out support from your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed. That's the Three of Pentacles. But also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the power of divine light within. High Priestess energy. Okay? There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. Bada boom, bada bing. So 333. Look at that. 333. Check into that. Okay? All right, you have beatitude, boditude of sacred rapture. Let your true self be seen. Search for a deeper spiritual purpose and opportunity for healing beneath conflict and suffering. That's that devil energy. That's that devil energy, baby. If you have been in pain, this oracle brings a message of a joyful breakthrough. Your soul is growing stronger, more able to have faith in your wisdom than in judgment or doubt. Commit to your spiritual path and know you are making progress, even if things seem more difficult for a time. That's that Ten of Wands energy too. Know that any such difficulty is a part of your healing and that you will successfully make it through. Trust yourself. With this World card, this High Priestess card, yes, trust yourself. Tap into this a little bit more. When we are beheld, the need to behold arises. We need to bear witness to the sacred, to acknowledge what is true, which means cutting through the fog of illusion, deception, and confusion with the clarifying knife of higher perception. Higher perception. There is quantum power in pure vision. It empowers the viewer and also that which is viewed. Seeing from a position of inner spiritual truth, we look below the surface, which has alchemical potency to set healing in motion. There you go. Then you have rest after labor. This is, so when that comes up for me, I'm noticing that it is, because these are pretty fairly new cards to me. So it's like I'm getting these messages so that way so I can interpret the cards for myself. Okay. But you have rest after labor. So I noticed that it's like, that's probably where that Ten of Swords is coming into play. And this is going to be a time for you to take some rest. Also protection. I think you will find that your protection will be in standing on what you say. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Okay? That will be your form of protection, because the thing is, like, once you stand on it. Bada boom, bada bing. And everything else will fall to the wayside with that one. Okay? So then you got your 12th house. Your 12th house. This is from the Black Moon Astrology cards oracle deck. You have 12th house, which is escape. So I'm not sure if you were doing these things to try to escape, to escape mentally, physically from a place. But that's what it's showing me. So I'm assuming, yeah. But now that time, it's like you can find those escapes through healthier outlets. You know, so it's like, yeah, the drinking and the partying and all that is cool and fun and everything like that, but is that really a healthy way of releasing? Is it really a healthy way? And I think, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm seeing is that you're realizing that this isn't healthy for you, and you're going to find healthier outlets to escape. Because escaping from quote unquote reality isn't always a bad thing. You know, sometimes it is healthy for us to do that every now and again, to be able to find those things and tap into those things that kind of give us a break from like living life. And finding that peace, doing things like finding things that put you in a peaceful state, that put you in a meditative state, that can put you in a trance-like state, you know, healthy outlets like that. Because it's like you get to the point where it's like you start perfecting your craft and things like that. Or even when you paint, sometimes when people paint or whatever they're creating, when you're creating something, sometimes you get into that trance-like state where it's like, okay. And then when you get into those states, you open up yourself to the divine. You open up yourself to your higher power. You open up yourself to, soul. Watch that movie. Watch that movie. That's like, watch that movie and you'll really understand. Because there's a lot of cute things and a lot of gems in that movie. I really love that movie. But yeah, it's like they call it the zone in that movie. Okay. Then you have your 8th house, endings and beginnings. You got your 10 of swords. You got the Ace of Swords. You got the World card. Okay, endings and beginnings. You're ending this cycle. You got the Death card. You're ending this cycle of just, you know, trying to escape from unhealthy ways of coping with things, unhealthy ways of escapism, and you're finding healthier means to do what you're doing. And it's going to involve things that you love to do. And like I say, you'll be able to tap into that creative. You'll be able to open up yourself and tap into that into those creative outlets. And who knows, you know, like I said, you'll be so proud of what you create. Look, he got it sitting up in there on the shelf to show off. He's showing it off, okay? But he's still creating more. He's not stopping, okay? And then you got Virgo, I analyze, okay? And I think that's that you're probably analyzing yourself. Like, I don't want to sound like all kooky and everything, but this, you know, it's a spiritual channel, so get with it. But it's almost like your body, like you were analyzing yourself in a dreamlike state. Right? Like when you were dreaming and things like that. And it's like now the things that you were dreaming about is coming to the forefront. And that's where these changes are coming about. Okay? So those are the messages that I have for you today, Sagittarius. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Y'all have a good evening. Peace, y'all.